guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be working on the old 93 T-Cat again. If you haven't seen the last video, I'll get you up to speed really quick. I bought this machine. Wasn't running when I bought it. I was told the engine was rebuilt, wasn't sure. But I've been looking for one for a while, so I seen it and I hopped on it. I bought it. Turns out engine probably was rebuilt. Pistons look clean. They look new anyway. There's no scuffing or anything on them. Compression was a little over 120, I believe, across the board. So pretty on par for a fresh rebuild on one of these. And we ended up getting it running, not good, but running. So today the plan is to get all the carbs off it. We're going to clean those carbs. The carb boots, you probably won't be able to tell from the video, but they're cracked up pretty bad. So we're going to put some new carb boots on it as well. Check the reeds out. Hopefully the reeds are okay, because if they're not, I don't have any I don't have any left, any spares anyways to put on it, so we'll have to get to that another day. But anyways, we'll see how far we get with this today. As always, if you like this video, if you like other videos, I appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. Helps me out a lot. And yeah, so let's get these carbs off. I don't think I'm going to film me taking them off, because that's no fun to you, but I'll see you in a second once they're off and the boots are off, and we'll go from there. On a side note really quick, what do you guys think about these purple skis? I think they kind of suit it. It matches the purple coils, and there's a little bit of purple on the cab. I've had these sitting around for years. It was off an XLT I'd parted out years ago. So I'm missing the mounting brackets. I need mounting brackets for a Cat, and it doesn't have carbides on them. It just has runners. But the skis are like in pretty good shape, other than the fact they're missing the mounts. But what do you guys think? You think I should do those instead of the black skis? The black skis are on. These Kimpex skis are actually really nice shape. There's nothing wrong with them. I just figured the purple might suit it better. But comment below if you think, well, tell me what you think, what you prefer, the purple or the black, because I'm kind of on the fence. I don't really know which ones to run. And if you know where I can get a mounting kit for these uni skis or a decent set of carbides, comment that below too. All right, we had a bit of a problem. So got the carbs clean, 2 of them. The first one I did when I was trying to pop the float pin out, she didn't want to come out, and I gave her a couple of taps and it actually snapped the little arm off that holds that float pin, which I can show you right here. Anyways, you get the picture. So we're down a carb. So we're gonna have to get another one of those. So I guess it's not gonna be running today, but 2 of the carbs are clean. We'll get another one. Here's the boots I wanted to show you. So just looking at them, like I said, it was hard to tell when they're in the sled if they're bad, but once you start pressing on them, you know they're finished. They're cracked everywhere, all 3 of them. So we got new ones. Unfortunately, they're the same aftermarket ones that these ones most likely are. I'm not a big fan of aftermarket boots, to be honest, but when I price them out, these boots are roughly 30 bucks a piece. New ones from Cat are just a little under 200, so it'd be almost 600 bucks in boots. And for now, for the first season, because I don't know the rest of the machine yet, I'll throw the cheap boots on, and if they crack again, which I'm assuming they will in you know, a year, 2 years, it seems that all they last, I'll go ahead and put Cat boots on it if I decide that the machine's a keeper. So, but anyways, that's where we're at for now. So we'll get those 2 carbs back on. We're going to check out all the reeds here. The reeds actually seem like they're in good shape. I haven't looked too closely at them yet, but they do seem good. I don't see any chipped edges on them anywhere. So I think the reeds are good. So we'll get these boots off, get the new boots on, and then we're going to change all the fuel lines. The fuel lines are rock hard. Whoever put them on, they probably didn't use fuel line. I've seen that before, and I've done it before too, where I've bought line that appears to be fuel line, but it's not. So make sure when you guys are putting fuel line on, changing your fuel line, sorry, you're actually buying fuel line. Otherwise, within usually a year, they're rock hard, and you got to replace them again. Want to change the fuel lines? Pull the carbs. Then after you pull the carbs, pull the carb boots, because there's no room. You want to pull that, then you got to pull the seat off, because there's no room to get at the fuel lines because of the air box. So once you pull the seat off, then you go to pull the air box off. You can't, so you got to pull your cluster off, but you can't. And then you go to pull the air box out, but you can't because all the wiring harness is attached to it. So you cut the harness and remove all your ignition coils. At some point, you lose one of these things in the bottom of the engine, and then after that's all said and done, it still doesn't come out. All right, so we got most of the fuel lines changed, but in classic me fashion, I screwed up and didn't buy enough fuel lines, so we got them all changed except for two of the lines that run up to the carb. So now this is what I was talking about earlier. When you buy fuel line that's not actually a fuel line, it gets rock hard. Like it, I'm surprised it didn't actually break there. After about a year, it gets rock hard. So this is good actual fuel line stuff. This here is garbage. So we got the air box out, which I don't know if any of you guys worked on one of these T-Cats before, but these first gen T-Cats, getting this air box out is a disaster. But anyways, it's out. Fuel lines are mostly changed other than those two. So we're going to throw the air box back in it now and start getting carbs and new boots back in it. All right, guys. So it's been probably a month since I started this video. I couldn't find a carb, and I finally found one. So now we got it in. All three carbs are back in. That's a new one. All new fuel lines. That disaster's all done. So we're gonna try and start this thing, and we'll see how it runs. So before, I had it running before, but it sounded like there was an air leak, so the throttle was really unresponsive, and it sounded like it was sucking air, so it would be idling up like crazy, which you couldn't control, which is, you know, an indication you have an air leak. So now, with these new carb boots, hopefully it's gonna idle good and rev good, but let's fire this thing up and see what happens here. All right, so I put a bit of gas down the cylinder, so it should start pretty easy. Let's see what happens. Good so far. Let it warm up for a few minutes, and then we'll give her some throttle here. Well, all the pipes were leaking and everything was leaking at the can, the cylinders everywhere, so I ended up shutting it down, pulled all the pipes off. I put some high temp silicone on all the joints, so that's drying for now. We're gonna wait for that to dry a little bit and we'll fire it up again. But in the meantime, I am changing this nose cone. So these T-Cats have a really weird nose cone piece that bolts to the bottom of the hood. So here's the one I purchased, which seems to be in pretty good shape. It's a little dirty, but not busted up. The one that came off, it was all messed up. You see a big crack here, and there's another crack in behind here. They had done some like rivet plate repairs and stuff like that. There's holes drilled in it. Looks like there was some kind of lights or something, light pod mounts on here with some ghetto harness going to it as well. So we're gonna put that, or sorry, put the new one on. We'll get the hood back on it, and then we'll try firing it up then. So the silicone should be dry by then. So we'll do that and we'll go from there. All right, she's been warming up for a few minutes. Let's give her some shot to throttle there and see how it does. Shut this thing off. Running a whole lot better than it was before. Last video I got it running, but it wouldn't idle, and then it would rev to the moon and you'd shut it off and then it wouldn't start. But it seems like changing all those carb boots, getting rid of all those cracked boots with the intake leaks seemed to help it a bit. So that's probably it for this video. I wanted to get more done, to be honest. I wanted to throw more parts on it and stuff, but it already took so long to get this video done just because I was waiting forever for parts. So that'll be it for this one, but I'm happy. At least it's running really good here. So we're still gonna have to do, I'm gonna pull the clutches off it. We're gonna do some clutch work stuff to it, mostly just clean it up. Since it's stock, where it's just gonna be stock clutching that we're most likely gonna put in it. I'm gonna throw a different primary spring, but that's it. And then we're gonna pull apart the chain case, see what they got for gearing in it. I have my own gearing I want to put in it anyways, but that'll be for another video. But at least for now, she's running all right. So If you like this stuff, I'd appreciate it. I think I already mentioned it, but I'd appreciate it if you subscribe, share it, like the video. I think if you give me more likes, it makes YouTube kind of promote it more, and more people see it, right? So if you give it a thumbs up, a like, it'd be awesome. But yeah, stay tuned. There'll be more on this, and once we actually get some snow, because we still don't have any snow really, we'll have sledding videos as well. I'd like to take this out and run it against some new stuff. That's my goal. I want to see how it'll fare against some new sleds. So, but yeah, stay tuned, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good one.